The text came in at 8:47 p.m. sharp. Short, casual, like she'd sent it without a second thought. Don't wait up. Might be late. That was it. No heart emoji. No love you. Just that. I stared at the screen for a long moment, the blue light of the phone glowing against my fingers. Something about it felt wrong. Too blunt. Too detached. For months, those little red flags had been piling up. Missed calls, sudden work events, the faint scent of cologne on her coat that wasn't mine. But I'd buried every doubt under excuses. She's tired. She's just busy. You're being paranoid, Jake. Except tonight, when I read those 5 words, the last thread of denial finally snapped. I typed back, my thumbs trembling slightly. Hope you and Mark have fun. I hit send before I could think twice. 2 minutes later, the screen lit up again. What? She replied. I didn't answer. Then another came through, faster this time. Jake, what are you talking about? Still nothing from me. The third text came in all caps. Where did you hear that? And that's when I knew. She was panicking, not denying, not laughing it off, not saying, who's Mark? She went straight to damage control. I put the phone down on the kitchen counter, the quiet hum of the refrigerator the only sound in the room. My chest tightened with a mix of fury and something worse, grief. I glanced toward the dining table, where 2 wine glasses sat waiting, untouched. I had cooked her favorite dinner, a surprise, because she said she'd had a stressful week. The irony stung. I walked into the living room and sank into the couch, staring at the family photo on the mantel, our wedding day, 5 years ago. She was smiling, sunlight catching her hair, eyes full of trust. That image used to warm me. Now it burned. My phone buzzed again. Jake, please. Let's talk. I let it ring out, then grabbed my jacket from the hook. I needed air. The night outside was cold and sharp, the kind that bites at your skin and makes everything feel too clear. I walked aimlessly through our quiet street, each step echoing on the pavement. Mark. He worked with her, new guy at her firm, the one she mentioned often, almost too casually. He's funny, she'd said once. A little cocky, but harmless. I remembered the way she laughed when she talked about him, the kind of laugh I hadn't heard in a while. That laugh used to be mine. I reached the park at the end of the street, empty except for the street lamp flickering near the swings. I sat on the bench, my hands clasped tight, breath visible in the cold air. I thought about the nights she said she had late meetings. The weekend conferences that never made sense. How she turned her phone upside down lately whenever I walked by. And suddenly, every memory had a new shape, a cruel, mocking shape that made me feel like a fool. My phone buzzed again. A call this time. Her name lit up the screen. I let it ring out. Then it buzzed again. And again. I finally answered on the 4th try, just to hear what excuse she'd reach for. Her voice came through shaky. Jake, please. I can explain. Explain what? I asked quietly. There was a pause. I don't know what you think you know. Oh, come on, Lily, I interrupted, my voice low. You think I'm stupid? She sighed heavily. It's not what you think. He's just a friend. I laughed bitterly. A friend. Right. The kind of friend you work late with 3 nights a week. Silence. You can stop lying now, I said. I never meant for it to, she started, then stopped herself. My heart dropped. That pause was all I needed. Meant for what to happen? I asked. Her voice broke a little. It wasn't supposed to go this far. I closed my eyes, my hand tightening around the phone. The quiet between us felt endless, heavy. How long? I asked. A beat of silence. Then, so softly I almost missed it, 2 months. My chest constricted. 2 months. 60 nights of pretending. 60 mornings of lies. Why him? I asked finally. She hesitated. He listened, she whispered. He made me feel like I mattered again. That one hit deeper than I expected. I wanted to yell, to curse, to hang up. But instead, I sat there, numb. So what was I doing all that time, Lily? Just taking up space. She started crying. Jake, please, I'm sorry. I made a mistake. I don't even know what I was thinking. But she did. People always do when they choose to betray. I took a long breath, my voice calm now, too calm. Where are you right now? She hesitated. I'm still at the office. Then why did you react like that when I mentioned Mark? She didn't answer. Let me guess, I said. You're not at the office, are you? There was a faint noise in the background, a car door shutting, muffled voices. I smiled bitterly. You're with him right now, aren't you? Her breath hitched. Jake, please, I'll come home. We can talk. No, I said quietly. Don't bother. And I hung up. By the time I got back to the house, her car was already in the driveway. I could see her through the window, pacing in the living room, hands shaking. She ran to me when I walked in. Jake, please, I'm so sorry, she cried, trying to grab my hand. I stepped back. Don't, I said sharply. Her eyes were red, her face pale. It was a mistake, I swear. It meant nothing. I looked at her for a long moment. You don't accidentally cheat on someone for 2 months, I said. That's not a mistake. That's a choice. She covered her face, sobbing. I ruined everything. Yeah, I said softly. You did. I walked past her, into the kitchen. The dinner I'd made hours earlier sat untouched, candles now melted down to stubs. I picked up one of the wine glasses, stared at it for a second, then poured the wine down the sink. She followed me, her voice breaking. Please, don't leave. I turned to her. I'm not leaving, I said quietly. You are. She froze. I reached into my pocket and handed her an envelope. Inside were printed screenshots, texts, hotel bookings, and photos from the private investigator I'd hired 2 weeks ago, after the first real suspicion hit. Her face went white as she looked at them. I already knew, I said. I just wanted to see if you'd tell me yourself. She opened her mouth, but no words came out. I set my ring down on the counter. You said Mark made you feel like you mattered, I said. I hope he keeps doing that. Because you don't matter to me anymore. And I walked out, this time for good. Outside, the night air felt cleaner. Lighter. The kind of cold that wakes you up instead of numbing you. My phone buzzed one last time, a text from her. I'll never forgive myself. I stared at it, then deleted the message without replying. Sometimes betrayal doesn't end with screaming or revenge. Sometimes it just ends with silence, because silence, in the end, says everything that's left to say.